Kita kembali lagi ya di channel Kikui Esports TV. Sini kita masuk ke game pertama ya, dari awalan dari M6 ya, piala M6 ini. Dan ini antara DianFengYaoGuai ini lawan Time ini ya. Kita akan live streaming bareng ya, kita lihat. Buat kalian ingin mendukung mana, kalian bisa tuliskan di kolom komentar kalian ya guys ya. Menurut kalian menang mana? Saya tahu kalian ada yang ngefans ataupun pro dengan ini ya, tim ini. Langsung aja kita masuk ke band epicnya. Kalau di sini gua Kikui Esports ini gua dukung RRQ Yoshi ya guys ya. Semoga RRQ Yoshi bisa membawa piala pulangnya lagi ya ke Indonesia ya guys ya.
Both teams have very different stories. DFYG wants to be the second Chinese team to qualify for Swiss stage. But for Nightmare Esports, it's been 3 years since they've
masuk aja ya di game pertama ini, awalan dari M6 ini ya guys ya.
All has talking to their coaches. They all understand the game plan. This is the opening match for the wild card. M6 here in Malaysia. Nightmare going up against DianFengYaoGuai. Who will win the first match? Who will have the advantage in their groups?
It's going to be exciting as we will jump onto the land of dawn right at this moment. Nightmare Esports on blue side, DianFengYaoGuai on red. Right off the bat, we see jungle Tahap, complete opposite, right? We see Valencia starting on purple, Zed on orange.
Yeah, but they are starting on the same side of the map here. Oh, it looks like Matilda there is, I think he got the buff.
Wait, did he?
No, he didn't.
It's gonna be a heart attack.
Because I saw Zed's level and it's like, wait, was it level 1? No, it's still level 2. So I legit thought he got the buff.
That would be a nightmare, let me tell you.
Kalian bisa langsung aja ya tuliskan di kolom komentar. Dan yang mau melihat jadwal sekitaran M6 ini, kalian bisa langsung subscribe ya channel Kikui Esports ini ya.
You get the cloud statue.
Oh yeah, and if you guys don't know how that looks like later on during the caster cam, you guys can see the table. But looking at the rotations here, it looks like everyone understands controlling the river is going to be the priority here. PCU as well is
di sini gua itu ya imbang ya, tidak milih yang mana-mana. Tapi kalau RRQ Yoshi yang main, gua pas pilih RRQ Yoshi guys, karena gua dari dulu memang fans ya, dari waktu kecil dulu main ML sampai sekarang gua terus dukung ya RRQ Yoshi, walaupun menang kalah itu tetap kita respect ya.
Now, okay. Because I know, like I felt like one buff was stolen. I just didn't know who. I thought it was Jasmine, but okay. Apparently it was PCU.
I have a feeling he probably forced the red tree out at the purple buff. First turtle fight though. No, none of the Romans are level 4 yet, but you can see the damage from DianFengYaoGuai committing KVJ. The Infinite Pursuit takes first blood as the Retribution comes through. DianFengYaoGuai finds 2 kills and a turtle.
This is the aggression that we want to see. We want to see DianFengYaoGuai move forward from their previous playstyle. And now they're looking very, very aggressive. Long
Edge is gonna flicker for it. Solo kill almost achieved. Kami barely gets out as Soso arrives, steals the worldie, goes in Shadow Strike, finds the Terrified, commits the worldie, but Long, he's looking to fight back. The crit, snipe committed. Kami traces it back, but E1 finds the trade. And at the end of the day, DianFengYaoGuai still comes out on top.
Let me just say, Kami took a very big risk there.
Yeah.
And he died, but he got a kill. So even I'm not sure whether it's worth it or not, but mentally, that's worth it. Killing with a snipe feels so good.
Yeah. Every basic attack from the Bruno, even in the early game, right? It's like the roll of the
Kalau
dice.
kalian
Do
mau
I get a
lihat
crit?
jadwalnya
That
nanti
last hit
kita
after the
share ya,
flicker was not a critical.
kita
That would have been
posting
a solo kill for
komunitas
Long. So
YouTube
slightly
kita.
unfortunate, but overall, PCO does have Divine Judgment. It's going to commit it onto Jasmine as that shows up, fractures him. into pieces. DianFengYaoGuai with the 4th kill, but Nightmare Esports not done just yet. Spear of Alpha completely misses. Zed will be able to dash away.
Too easy for Lexi so far. I've seen making a lot of micro mistakes. We saw that basically with ult, but even the jungle. Yeah, right now we can see Kami desperately trying to get his first item as well, taking mid lane. Right now Zed, it's too easy for Lexi. Looks like Zed is gonna be the one to secure the orange buff. Too easy for Lexi on the alpha right now. Not feeling all too comfortable.
It's very devastating when you're up against Nolan and the Nolan starts getting a hit, right? Then because you always reach your jungle camp first, you always move faster, thanks to just the difference in mobility. And with KelVJ in the front line, it's going to be hard. Jasmine finds the back line. KelVJ will just try to block them all out. RWM comes through. Zed does go down to too easy for Lexi, but KelVJ will respond with the Infernal Pursuit. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Turtle for Nightmare. Soso looking to get away, and both teams trade 1-for-1.
Soso was able to get the Divine Judgment, and I kind of feel like that really impacted the fight, making sure that not all the damage from DianFengYaoGuai actually moves forward. And too easy for Lexi, he actually got a solid ult over to Zed. That's a big game changer. The fact that they're able to take down the Nolan first, making it so that this Lord fight, this turtle fight is just a fight. You're not really contesting for the turtle
Kalian
anymore.
dukung
And
mana
they
nih
still got the turtle.
tim
Yeah.
MC
The first
kalian
two
nih?
turtle fights have really came down to
Kalian
who
bisa
can take down the
langsung
enemy jungle
tuliskan
first,
aja
right? You
di
just
kolom
get the free
komentar.
retribution. So both teams, they ended up trading even. DianFengYaoGuai still in the
Ini
lead,
di
but
game pertama
there
ya.
was close to 1,000 goal swing in favor of Nightmare.
DianFengYao ini
And
lawan
I think right now
Next
DFYG they gotta reconsider certain options,
Seru guys.
especially when Oppa
Kita
is starting
nonton
to move around
MC
the map.
ini kita
Something
sambil-sambil
that Nightmare has shown as well.
ngopi
Their
ya guys ya.
dive husky is very strong when the Khalid is there, right? He's raging a sandstorm. Too easy for Lexi's dive as well. Soso can take the Divine Judgment, and now DianFengYaoGuai, they gotta take this turret. But now they gotta leave because the engage from Nightmare is
Brunonya
just
sakit
there.
dah.
And the target is going to be Long. It will be circling Ego, committing Raging Sandstorm, flicking away. Long will
ditumburin.
dodge it as Soso joins the fight.
Diwarin,
RWM
guys.
from E1, controlling the backline of Nightmare
dibalikin.
Esports. They just cannot get out. Killing spree for E1. A solo kill happened off screen as Zed takes out Too Easy for Lexi. DianFengYaoGuai with 2 kills.
Something that was not planned there, Husky. Nightmare Esports, it looked like they were still discussing whether they want to engage or they want to back off. But now, looks like pressure by DianFengYaoGuai here in the mid.
Wow, RWM into the Bandit's Rage is so deadly. Zed knocked out by the circling Ego and still gets out, even taking Kami's life with him. DianFengYaoGuai is so good at these short skirmishes.
Oh yeah, very good. Like, they understand the meta.
Yeah.
It's all about burst. Take someone down, get out. Take someone down, get out. It's not about prolonged team fights anymore. You get what you want, reset, do it all over again.
When you have someone like Nolan, low cooldown, consistent damage, you are always looking for these short bursts. It's one of the few heroes that has that capacity when you compare it to other assassins. No one comes close to Nolan to having short cooldowns and consistent bursts every 5 to 10 seconds. Now Turtle in control by Chinese team. DianFengYaoGuai finds the suppression. Jasmine needs to get out. Worldy committed. Gonna bounce around the camp. Turtle for the red side. DianFengYaoGuai will not put pressure on that bot turret.
Oh yeah, and it looks like with the lead that they have, over 3,000 gold here, they might be able to secure this. And I want to talk about the systematic movements coming in from DianFengYaoGuai.
Minute completely goes wide. They do keep that structure alive, but I feel like if you're a Nightmare, you need to look for avenues elsewhere. They find a control on the Zed, who's looking to get away, but gets dunked on by the Raging Sandstorm. A good pickup. E1 gets pulled back, but unfortunately, no confirmation for Nightmare.
Speaking of Nightmare, this is a very bad situation for Kami. 7 minutes in, almost 8 minutes, and only now getting the first item, the Blade of Despair. That's a very late first item time for any marksman. It's clear that Kami did not have a good laning phase. 7 minutes in, first item. Usually for a Beatrix, you're looking at 5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah. Despite getting the solo kill, he ended up getting traded. Now Oppa will be pulled back. They will kidnap this Khalid. Gets pulled out by the Matilda. So a good escape from Nightmare Esports. They will get control of top tier 1, at least. PCO has the flicker, but with him into Long. Long now has the flicker. A good Raging Sandstorm from Oppa to secure 2 kills for Nightmare. But KelVJ is in the backline. Oppa will be traded back. KelVJ has the flicker away. Dark Wave pulls Kami back in front of Pursuit. Over the wall, Too Easy for Lexi gets dead. KelVJ continues to fight, but runs out of resources as Kami picks up that one.
Despite too easy for Lexi having a bad time in the early game, but now he's really working as a field. And it looks like Kami might be having that as slow first item because building up to multiple items at once, because immediately after that, Kami got the Malefic Gun. So honestly, it's still good timing here for Kami. Yeah, looking at the items, it looks like he's building. First item took so long.
Next item to be Malefic Gun. A bit of a micro mistake from DianFengYaoGuai. They got the fleeting time onto PCU right before the top 5, but he ended up bringing Jasmine into his own gold lane, resulting in a fight loss. But luckily, they have a decent lead still, right? Almost 2,000. They have control of the Lord. They just gotta remember that you have to go in and out fast.
You gotta look at PCU. Right now, Conceal. Will he get Jasmine?
Yeah, if you take out Jasmine, that's a good start. That completely stops Nightmare from having any authority in taking these long drawn-out fights. They will try to jump onto PCU though, but again, he has fleeting time, so the Divine Judgment has reduced cooldown. Lord is incredibly low, too easy for Lexi. Has a chance to go for the dice roll. They goes to RWM, trading both sides, but it's Zed that comes out on top. They take out the Alpha, and DianFengYaoGuai continues the dominance. Oppa goes down, 2 more kills, and a Lord.
Zed is having an amazing game for himself, winning out that retribution battle. It did seem like DianFengYaoGuai, this is on purpose. They wanted to fight. They didn't want the Lord first. They want to make sure that they have the numbers game unlocked. They want to make sure that they have more priority in terms of the number of players around the Lord, and then they executed on it. That was an amazing play coming in from DianFengYaoGuai.
I agree. Even the usage of the RWM, even though Nightmare Esports so stole it, but you see the placement, right? DianFengYaoGuai completely boxed off too easy Luxy from the rest of his team. He had to commit the spell of Alpha just to attempt the steal. So at the end of the day, I think the onus is always going to be on Nightmare to make that counter move, but you can't do it because there's a Kaja on the other side waiting to pull you into oblivion.
E1 having the highest damage here. Conceal play. It looks like they're not going to take it. They're just going to use the conceal to grab a free turn here. But yeah, E1 hasn't died yet. Highest damage in the game by far. The front lines from Nightmare is not having a good time. But if that's the only case, no problem. But the thing is, even the back lines is having problems.
The biggest, and on top of that, when your Roma is the Matilda, you saw that one Void Crystal, right?
Yeah.
That one blast took away like, what, 15% of Jasmine's HP? You cannot kind of go for these trades anymore. Who's gonna check the bush? You can't do it because there's PCU just waiting as the Kaja to pull you away, and every single kill and assist conversion, every single takedown becomes an advantage.
Look at itemization here. How is the Matilda supposed to actually tank 2 magic items here? Not defensive. And now PCU, he has the fleeting time. So whoever he picks off and gets another kill, he basically can have 2 divine judgments in one team fight. The Malefic Gun as well, like you said, Husky, has been built by Long. So you have the range, you have the damage, you have the penetration. This Bruno is online.
This Bruno has already reached that critical mass. And if you're Nightmare Esports, you're asking yourself right now, how do we get to the Bruno? We have to commit flickers for sure, but it guarantees nothing, right? Like,
Opera and Jasmine, they gotta make it happen.
Man, I agree.
No, here's the thing, Husky. It's not just Long. If they can get Long and E1, that's what they want.
It's asking too much though.
Hey, if you want to win, you gotta make the impossible possible.
You're correct. Gotta be greater than ever. It's one of the moments. Circling Eagle only onto PCU. That's really not the guy you want to commit on. They will still try. So, oh my god, that's 3 shots from Long. If only the first one was the crit. That would have been an instant kill.
Valentina's very small weakness is rage, man, because she's a mid-range hero, and if most marksmen with Malefic Gun outranges her by so far, it's really hard for Valentina in this situation to really get something done.
TCU has no flicker. He sees it happening almost post so Lord slain by DianFengYaoGuai. So second Lord for the 13 minutes into the game. This is going to allow them to start breaking inhibitors. I'm going to ask you, Lofel, if this game goes late, right? If we hit critical single match, both teams reaching that 50k net worth. Is it still an even game, or do you feel like just because of the team come of DianFengYaoGuai, they have that advantage?
DianFengYaoGuai has an advantage where they can always make a fight 4v5 because of the Kaja. Nightmare Esports, they have an advantage because their marksman can deal AoE damage. So Nightmare Esports, they can definitely do it because Beatrix is one of the best scaling heroes in the game. The only problem is this Kaja always makes it unfair.
Yeah.
Bisa ini.
They're trying to go into the long, but you see that range from the Malefic gun. Couple of hits is all it
Masuk
takes.
semua
No more
minion
balance
aja.
range already. They try to clear the wave out, but there's 2
Lord
inhibitors
ya.
down. Doesn't help when the Lord is crashing in. DianFengYaoGuai looking for a potential game 1, or at least that opportunity. RWM committed by E1. Tries to force away Nightmare Esports, but team not really
masih bisa
following up with it. All they care
base ya,
about
guys, ya.
is the structures. They get all 3 in hit.
Masih bisa
Right
di
now,
defend, guys.
no more
Apakah bisa
inhibitors
di end?
for Nightmare Esports. And the thing that made them
Ya.
survive this long is the
Defend
fact that
kuat juga ya, guys ya.
PCU doesn't have a flicker. If he had a flicker, trust me, Husky, they would force it. They would force it.
I can see that happening. You did point out that, you know, for the coaching staff of DianFengYaoGuai,
apa
you
mau
got
dibalikin
Tahap
ini?
who's looking at the fundamentals. You're seeing it
Keren
being
sih kalau ini
built up
dibalikin.
very well. There's a burst opportunity on the offer. They will not commit the Divine Judgment just yet, but here they go. Jasmine getting caught out of position, and DianFengYaoGuai opportunistic.
0
Kena
to
Matildanya,
10.
guys.
The only thing is he uses flicker as well, so they can't force an engagement after this unless KLBJ
sini.
actually wants the front line, wants to force a fight here.
End ini mah.
There is no way, but it feels like they're gonna try anyways. Too easy for Lexi,
And
finds the Spear of Alpha, but the damage is just too much. They even missed the Nibiru's passion from Kami, and now DianFengYaoGuai will just tap the
And guys,
crystal.
ya.
Game number 1
Menang ya.
going over to
Dari tim
DFYG.
DianFengYaoGuai starts
DianFeng
off
sini ya.
amazingly strong. Just from this
Kita
one
bakalan
battle,
lanjut ya
Husky.
di game
Let me
kedua.